Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. C&C Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at C&C Farm and Home in Lebanon and whether you need products for lawn, hardware, or housewares, the good C have what you need. Essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, clothing, and even toys. Since 1980, C&C has provided quality products and service in Bolivar and the surrounding area. Today and see what C&C can do for you. For 125 has been dedicated to serving. We have friendly in-house services, home, business, and personal locations, including Richland and St. Robert. Bank is a convenient, complete way to manage finances. Come see any of our 11 locations and let our knowledge needs. Marius County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet expectations? Then it's time you see Todd and Ira at Three Brothers Meat. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop and top quality meats at fair market price. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish, ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. The wide variety of sides, sauces, and catering, they are your one. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. Since 1980s and dreams, from new residential and they've got you covered there too. No matter the project, trust the professionals. Walters Construction. Call today at 6 Walters Construction. You can build it.
Oh no, there's a huge crack. Fix fast. What am I going?
You're going to call Glasshopper Experience. Scott and Glasshopper has your glass. Top quality, professional, and friendly service. It's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields in between. If it's auto glass, Glasshopper. Call Glasshopper LLC and 654276. As fall approaches, termites, spiders, and other insects will be looking for a place to ride out the winter. But these treacherous tenants home, don't let your home become a safe haven for unwelcome freeloading pests. A to Z and serves Pulaski County and the surrounding termite inspections and identify issues. Thousands. A to Z will annihilate the plants, finish off those fleas, and terminate, eradicating those pests and eliminating your stress is the best. So call today. Think our quality used cars at fair prices? If you need. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. C&C Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at C&C Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at C&C have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, C&C has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what C&C can do for you. For 125 years, Marius County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations, including Richland and St. Robert, Marius County Bank is a convenient, complete way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. Marion County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Since 1988, Walters Construction has proudly served the Tri-County area, building homes, businesses, and dreams. From new residential and commercial builds to remodels, garages, additions, concrete work, and more, Walters Construction does it all. Need excavation or dump truck services? They've got you covered there, too. No matter the project, trust the professionals at Walters Construction. Call today at 573-512-0206. Walters Construction, if you can dream it, we can build it. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Frisco League baseball on the docket today. Richland Bears taking on the Plato Eagles. Richland sitting at 4-5. Plato sitting at 3-13. Leading off the lineup here for the Bears will be Mason Alexander hitting .240 for the fall. He's got an on-base percentage, though, of .441. Cutter Ellenstein on the mound here for the Plato Eagles. First pitch from him could be well outside for ball one. That one going to hit the corner, but just a bit high for ball two. Ellenstein has pitched in 6 games so far this year, facing 506 batters. He's got a record of 1-3. He's got 25 strikeouts, 24 walks, 29 earned runs with a 9.9 ERA and a .369 batting average against. That one going to get in there for a strike here. Make it 3-1 now on Alexander. Looking to draw a leadoff walk here to start this ball game off. That one just off the corner will walk Alexander. And that'll bring up Aiden Polly here. He's playing second base today for the Richland Bears. Polly has a .308 batting average and a .419 on-base percentage for the Bears. And Mason will be taking second base, as I assumed he would be. Wasting no time getting into scoring position here with a stolen base, as that one runs well inside on Aiden Polly for ball number one. It is beautiful baseball weather today, about 82 degrees or so, if I had to guess. I haven't actually looked. That one in there for a strike. Let's pull up the handy-dandy weather app and see, shall we? 83, I was close. That one high and outside. We'll run the count here to 2-1 on Aiden Polly. Alexander gets a lead. Polly hits this one over towards third. It gets through the gap for a base hit. Alexander going to take home. And an RBI single for Aiden Polly gets Richland on the board first here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up London Smith. So runner on first, nobody out for Smith. Logan hitting .440 with a .533 on-base percentage. I'm pretty sure he is the team leader in both. That one a strike. Throw down to second is not going to be in time to get Polly. So a stolen base there by Polly. So no one count here on Smith, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him lay a bunt down, but for as good a hitter as he is, I can't imagine that Coach Payne would have him do that without needing to. Little meeting on the mound there for Coach Arrington and the Plato Eagles. It'll be Buttress on deck here for the Richland Bears. He's got a .150 batting average, but a .379 on-base percentage. Looking to improve that today against Ellenstein here. So an 0-1 count here on Smith. Ellenstein checks the runner and fires. That one up high. Evens the count here at 1-1. That one going to be right on the corner for a strike. So now 2-strike count here on Smith. That one just out. Those are good pitches, too. They're right in a good spot. Just far enough out to make somebody chase, but far enough in, it might get called a strike, just like that one did. And Smith will strike out. First out of the inning now for the Eagles.
Number 17, Ethan Buttis.
Now Ethan Buttress going to come up. 150 batting average, but a 379 on base percentage. He likes lefties, I'm fairly certain. That one low and in the dirt. Pauly will stay at second. This one, gonna catch the corner. Oh, did he call that a ball? Interesting. That one popped up. That'll even the count. Here at 1-1. And Cutter going to have to start pitching inside if he wants to get some of these calls. That one out in the other batter's box for ball 2. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. That was strike 3, but only 2 outs. So it was 2-2. My apologies there. 2 strikeouts now in the inning for Ellenstein. That'll bring Buttress up to, or Payne up to the plate. Hitting 263 on the year, 483 on base. That one outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one outside as well. He's living on that outer half of the plate. I don't think we have a lefty, but if we do, he's going to feast. That one on the inside part of the plate, stroked out to center. It should be caught and is, as the Bears plate 1 here in the top of the first. We'll be back in just a moment after this. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas, so stop in today and see what CNC can do for you. For 125 years, Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations, including Richland and St. Robert, Marys County Bank is a convenient, complete way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome back. Leading off for Plato, going to be the third baseman today, Fisher Dilly. One of these days that joke won't amuse me and I'll stop saying it, but it's not today. Braden York on the mound here for the Bears. That one a check swing. I would check it if I was Smith. But I think they're just going to take the ball on it. That one going to be low and in. I think this might be York's like third appearance, but first start. I'm not sure here. Yeah, this is his first start in varsity. So all zeros for Braden York here. Clean slate to work with against. That one. Oh. And York aiming it, not throwing it, it looks like to me. That one low as well. And that'll bring up Cruz here. He's hitting. Levi Cruz is hitting 385 on the year for the Plato Eagles. He's the best hitter on the team by a wide margin. And here's the first pitch to him. That one. Tried a breaking ball, hung that. Thank God that it was up and in. Or that thing would have been over the Rivard sign out there in center off the bat of Cruz. 1-0 pitch from York now. That one fouled away. Evens it up here at 1-1. Cruz. And the umpire, the score man, and myself here couldn't. The ball was headed. I thought it might be out of here. But luckily for the Bears, it was not. So this will bring up Chastain. The backstop for today, it's Cole Chastain for the Eagles. He hits that one. It's up in the air. York going to call it and make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that one's pretty efficient.
Number 6, Porter McGee.
York, a senior, getting his first start this year. McCabe hitting 167. Center fielder today for the Eagles is up with runners on second and third with 1 out. And he's going to try to lay down a bunt. That will get foul for strike number 1. Porter 67, but a 500 on base percentage for the Plato Eagles. I wouldn't say that's too bad. Getting on base, it's still an important asset. That one bunted down the first baseline, picked up by Buttress over to first in time for the out. But the tying run will score as Dilly comes home on the bunt. So a sacrifice RBI bunt by McCabe gives the Bears their second out of the inning.
Number 1, Josh Evans.
That ties the ball game and puts 2 outs on the board here for Evans. Second baseman today, Josh Evans. First pitch to him in there at the belt for a strike. Hitting 125, but a 400 on base percentage. And believe it or not, those are improved from the conference tournament. That one going to catch the letters for strike 2. And I said it during the conference tournament. I'll say it to you again. I'm not picking on any of these boys. I'm just telling you what's in front of me here. Swing and a miss. Got him for strike 3. First career strikeout that I'm aware of for Braden York here in the first inning. Eagles will tie it up here as we head to the top of the second. The tie is scored at 1. And we'll be back here in just a minute after this. Since 1988, Walters Construction has proudly served the Tri-County area, building homes, businesses, and dreams. From new residential and commercial builds to remodels, garages, additions, concrete work, and more, Walters Construction does it all. Need excavation or dump truck services? They've got you covered there, too. No matter the project, trust the professionals at Walters Construction. Call today at 573-512-0206. Walters Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. Welcome back here. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters here leading off for the Richland Bears. Owen Brown, Sawyer Shearer, and Joe Miller due up in the top of the second. Tie ball game. Brown hitting 182 on the year. He's due for a base hit. Today might be the best chance for him to get one. That one up high, he'll leave it. Yeah, the Plato Eagles have improved their batting average from the conference tournament about 70 points. So they are improving at the plate regardless. And like I said, I ain't picking on nobody. Just stating fact there. And actually, I'm glad to see that they've improved that. Their on-base percentage has also improved to 351 point increase. So they are getting more patient. 3-1 on the way. That one outside. He'll draw the walk. So Sawyer Shearer, 125 hitter so far on the year, but a 348 on base percentage. So finding ways to get on base regardless. Brown improves his three with that walk. First pitch in there. And Cutter Ellenstein is living on the outer half of the plate here. That one out in the other batter's box. Throw down. Going to get away from the shortstop. And Brown will be safe. Chase Mears unable to hang on to it. And that'll be stolen base by Brown. And run the count to 1-1 here on Sawyer Shearer. Swing and a miss, strike two. That one just out. Makes it 2-2. Sawyer, just a young pup here, still coming around to varsity pitching. He will find his groove sometime around the start of the spring season, I would hope. We've got basketball to worry about between now and then. Payoff pitch here for Ellenstein. Joe Miller.
Number 23, Joe
Miller hitting 103 on base percentage. He is due for a walk. A strike down central for an 0-1 count. Robbie not very happy with that over at third base. Miller was supposed to put it in play regardless. And he pulls that back on strike two. And Payne not happy with that at all, and I don't blame him. He's just supposed to put bat on ball. Doesn't matter where it's at. And watches strike three right down. So a strikeout looking for the first out of the inning here. Puts the Bears on their number 9 hitter, Braden York, with a 150 on batting average. A 292 on base percentage. And he lays that one down, and it gets foul down the third base line. But at least he did what he was supposed to do. You know, I'm thoroughly convinced every engineer builds the press box facing directly into the sun on purpose. So runners on first and second here for York. Swing and a miss. And now 2 strikes on York with 1 out. And runners on first and second. Brown has speed. I'd like to see him go here. That one just off the outside corner, 1 and 2. That one low. And he got lucky that it was that low because it was right over the corner of the plate. He evens the count here at 2 and 2. That one high. Runs the count full. Ellenstein threatening to load the bases here with 1 out. Payoff pitch for Cutter on the way. Will run outside and walk the 3rd batter of the inning to load the bases here for the leadoff hitter, Alexander.
Number 2, Mason Alexander.
Mason's hitting 240 on the year, but I guarantee Cutter Ellenstein's like playing on easy mode for him. See what he can do with a pitch in the zone. That one will be outside. One 0 on the way. That one right down central, and he swings and misses. He's got a 921 OPS, so he's got 5 RBIs on the year. He has only struck out 1 time all year, according to the stats I have at hand, that is. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That evens the count here at 2 and 2. That one going to go low, and it's full count now on Alexander as well. And Cutter Ellenstein in danger of walking in the go-ahead run here in the top of the 2nd. And that's exactly what he does, as Brown will come home to score. The 3rd, York to 2nd, and Alexander down to 1st for Aiden Polly. He's hitting 308 on the year. He's got 10 RBIs and only 4 strikeouts. He's drawn 5 walks. And with only 1 out in the inning, Zach Fly here scores another run for the Bears. Let's see what kind of trickery that Coach Payne has up his sleeve. I wouldn't be surprised if he has Pauly lay down a bunt down the first base line here and try a suicide squeeze. And maybe get an overthrow to first in the process. That one going to go outside. 1-0. That one lined right towards the second baseman. It'll get through for a base hit. That's at least 1 run scored. Throw in from the outfield will not get in time to get anybody at the plate. So that will score Shearer and York and put Alexander over on 3rd. Aiden Pauly with a 2 RBI single. Makes it 4-1 now, Bears. With only 1 out. That one over the heart of the plate, fouled away by Smith. And Pauly will have to go back to first base. Smith struck out in his first at bat back in the first inning. Plato, a very young team. They're experiencing growing pains here in the fall. But that's exactly what fall ball is about, is getting through the spring season when it really matters. Pick off over first. Pauly back in plenty of time. One strike count here on Smith. That one outside again. And Pauly will take second on defensive indifference. 1-1 now on Smith. That one high and out. 2-0. Or 2-1, excuse me. Oh, I'm on the wrong count. That'd be why I was wrong. So the 2-1 pitch here to Smith. That one hit right up the middle. Did not get it squared up, but it's enough to get through and score 2 runs as Alexander and Pauly both come around to make it 6-1 here in the top of the second with only 1 out. So Smith with a 2 RBI single.
Number 17, Ethan Muir.
Will go to first base. And that'll bring up Ethan Buttress here. And Coach Arrington going to go out and have a chat here with Cutter Ellenstein and maybe have a pitching change in mind. He sure is. And looks to me like little Will Chapman going to come in from left field. So we'll have a couple of changes on defense. Who goes out and left after this? Change of pace here. Ellenstein goes in. Let's see if there's a name. Copley is a name I recognize. He may go out there. I know it won't be Hampton Collier. He's got a knee injury. But while Chapman warms up, let's go ahead and hear from our sponsors. We'll be back here in just a moment after this.
Oh no, there's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott and Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality, professional, and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what CNC can do for you. Ethan Buttress up here after the pitching change. It is Will Chapman on the mound. That one up high, throw down to second, not in time. An excellent throw there by Chastain, but a stolen base for Smith. And I don't know how many that is on the year for him, but I bet it's quite a few. That one swung on and missed by Buttress. That is 11 stolen bases. He leads the team. Only caught stealing once in 12 attempts. That one will run outside and run the count here to 2-1 on Ethan Buttress. Bears have a chance to bat around here in the inning. With only one out, runner on second. Payne on deck. 2-1, going to run well outside. It'll get away from Chastain all the way up to Chapman. He will throw it over to third, which was ill-advised because Smith was already safely in there. So he'll advance on what I'm going to have to call a pass ball, even though it didn't technically get past him. Looked like it bounced off his knee protector. And that'll make it a 3-1 count here on Buttress. He ropes this one out into left center. It is caught, but it'll be enough to score Smith from third. So a sac fly for the second out will score the 7th run of the ball game and the 6th of the inning for the Bears here.
Number 3, Easton Payne.
And so that'll bring Easton Payne up with 2 outs. That one was hit well, but with the wind blowing in the way it did, and played as well as it was by Porter McCabe, Buttress flies out, but gets the RBI in exchange. So Payne representing the 9th hitter here in the inning with 2 outs. First one fouled away for a strike. This one put into play over to first base. That's a base hit into right. And Easton Payne just messed up my scorebook because I have to cross this inning out and start a new one on the next column.
Number 20, Owen Brown.
And now Owen Brown, who led off the inning with a walk, a stolen base, and scored. I believe that's what it counted as an RBI for. I got to see who drew the walk there, but I think it was Mason Alexander that drew the bases loaded walk. I think he gets an RBI for that. That one up and in. That one hit well towards short. Shortstop can't handle it cleanly. Gets out, gets underneath him there, and everybody's safe. So Brown will reach on an error and probably would have gotten there anyway.
Number 21, Sawyer Sheriff.
Payne advances on the error. It's an E6 there. I believe that was Chase Mears. It is. First pitch to Sawyer Shearer, a swing and a miss. He drew a walk in his first at bat in the inning. Takes him to 0-1 now, with runners on first and second. That one runs inside. 2-0, or 1-1, excuse me. I'm looking at too many numbers at the same time here. That one going to catch the outside corner for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. But the Bears tack on 6 here in the inning to take a 7-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the second. Braden York holding on to a pretty good lead here. We'll see if he can hang on to it for the rest of the inning. We'll be back after this. Since 1988, Walters Construction has proudly served the Tri-County area, building homes, businesses, and dreams. From new residential and commercial builds to remodels, garages, additions, concrete work, and more, Walters Construction does it all. Need excavation or dump truck services? They've got you covered there, too. No matter the project, trust the professionals at Walters Construction. Call today at 573-512-0206. And if you can dream it, we can build it. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. Welcome back here. Bottom of the second inning, it's going to be the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Plato Eagles. Trailing by 6. It's going to be Cutter Ellenstein, Chase Mears, and then Maddox Mears. Ellenstein hitting 143, 286 on base percentage. Braden York's pitches, though, if they follow the trend from the last inning, as that one's in there for a strike, have been staying to the inside of the plate for a lefty. And that's what I thought might happen as Ellenstein pokes this one out into right field, and it will get down against the fence for a leadoff double here for Ellenstein. Awkward slide into second there, but safe. It's kind of what I thought might happen. York hung that one over the heart of the plate, and Ellenstein made him pay for it. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they put a pinch runner in for Ellenstein, but it doesn't look like they're going to. And here comes Chase Mears. He's going to show bunt. Swing and a miss for strike one. Oh, one delivery here from York. Kicks and fires. That one hit out into left field. Dropped in shallow left. Is that Sawyer Shearer? It is. He just misplayed that one. Had a little funky spin on it, but could have been caught easily. And so Chase Mears on with a error. And Maddox Mears coming up. He's got we won't talk about his hitting. His batting average is non-existent, to say it nicely, but he does have a 294 on-base percentage, and if he was to pick up a base hit, now would be a great time to do so for the kid. That one hit right down central, hit right to the over to third for the first out, and that's all they'll get is the lead runner, Ellenstein. So 6-5 put out there. Gives them the first out of the inning. And that'll put runners on first and second here for Will Chapman. That one low and out on Chapman for ball one. If you guys did not watch the conference tournament, you missed one heck of a throw from the outfield by Will Chapman in the game against Iberia, throwing a runner out at the plate as that one gets in there for strike one to even the count at 1-1 on Will Chapman. York fires that one. It'll go just a little out. 2-1. Yeah, a little bitty old Chapman threw one in from left center, and I didn't think it was going to get there in time, but it just kept picking up speed across the infield. That one just high at the letters, I think. 2-1. 3-1, excuse me. But it could be 2-2 because I made the sign with. So it was a strike on that previous pitch. And it's now a full count on Will Chapman. York going to bear down here. Pardon the pun. Swing and a miss. And Chapman will strike out. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Dilly, with 2 outs. And runners on first and second trying to eat into this lead here that the Richland on to. First pitch to Dilly from York. Popped up towards the right side. If it's playable, it is not. It is. It looked like it was going to get out. It must have tailed back in. So the first baseman making the catch. As Ethan Buttress there to end the inning. I apologize. The way I looked at it, it looked like it was going to sail out over the dugout, so it must have had some funky spin and come back in, and I couldn't see it. If you guys can't tell from the camera angle, the sun is shining directly in our faces up here in the booth. But that takes us here to the top of the third. We'll be back here in a moment after this.
There's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott & Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality, professional, and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what CNC can do for you. It's the umpire directly in the top of the helmet. Miller, the 8 hitter, so it'll be 8-9-1 here in the inning. Miller missed the bunt sign a couple times in the first inning. And swings and misses on this one, 0-2. Delivery by Chapman. Breaking ball going to get Miller looking for the second time in the game. And that'll bring up Braden York. Walked earlier. In the second inning in his first at bat, later scored. So he's up with 1 out. Strokes this one out in the left field, and it is caught. A good swing of the bat there, but that gives the Plato Eagles 2 outs now after the fly out to left. But Braden York put a good bat on that one to send it out into left field. If it had been hit a little harder or a little softer, that's a base hit. But it just happened to be right to the left fielder. And York's bad luck at the plate continues. That curveball in there. I guess he said a strike. It should have been. It was right down the middle. Alexander walked in his previous at bat. That one low, 1-1 now. This umpire not very animated. I believe he's the same one that was at the conference tournament. That one low. I've got a pretty good view of the plate from up here. Better than normal. But strike zones differ from umpire to umpire, and it's hard to tell height from here. 2-1 on the way. That one going to catch the outside corner for a strike. 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way. Swing. Got him for the third out. And Will Chapman doing a great job that inning to limit the damage and get out of it. 1-2-3. As we head now to the bottom of the third. Plato going to try to make up the deficit here with Cruz, Chastain, McCabe due up at the start of the inning. We'll be back here in just a moment with the bottom of the third. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what CNC can do for you. For 125 years, Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations, including Richland and St. Robert, Marys County Bank is a convenient, complete way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome back. Pitching change for the Bears. It is Aiden Pauley going to be on the mound here in the bottom of the third. And it's going to be Cruz, Chastain, McCabe, 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Plato Eagles. Cruz had a double in the first inning. Flew out to the first baseman to end the second inning. Or no, excuse me, that was Dilly. So this is only his second plate appearance here. That one up and in for a ball. (1-0) by Pauley. That one hit over to short. Picked up by Alexander. Over to first in time for the out. Alexander with some quick feet.
Number 11, Cole Chastain.
And that'll bring up Cole Chastain here. Backstop today for the Plato Eagles. That pitch in there by Pauley must have been just low. 1-0. That one in there on the corner for strike one. I think this might have been a test run for Braden York on the pitching side of things. That one going to get low and away from Smith. Pauley's pitched 5 2/3 innings in 2 games, started 1, He's faced 95 batters. He has 1 win. He's allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 10 strikeouts to 3 walks. He's got a 4.94 ERA. That one well outside. Makes it 3-1 now on Chastain. That one will go low and walk him.
Number 6, Porter McCabe.
I may or may not be seeing both of these teams again on Thursday for the first round of the Stoutland Classic. I cannot guarantee to do I cannot guarantee to do the games on Friday because I've got a football game down in Nixa. Nixa, the number 2 ranked class in the entire state of Missouri. Aiden Polly is a senior. That one up high. Smith can't get it out of the glove clean. It gets out in the outfield. Gets away from Alexander and York. London ill-advised throw on that one. But a stolen base by Chastain. And a 1-0 count here to McCabe, who had a sac bunt RBI to score Dilly from third back in the first inning for the lone run so far for the Plato Eagles. That one, 2-seamer up high. Makes it 2-1 now. Swing and a miss on that one. Evens the count at 2-2. But Richland will be at the Stoutland Classic Thursday and Friday. They play 2 games and 1 game on Friday. Swing and a miss there gets McCabe for the out. That's a second out of the inning here with a runner on second for Josh Evans, the second baseman today for the Plato Eagles. Runner on second for him. That pitch hit softly over to second base. York will squeeze it, and 1 pitch, 1 out there. Gets the others out of the inning with no damage done. So we head to the top of the 4th here. Bears still lead 7-1. We'll be back in a moment after this. As fall approaches, termites, spiders, and other insects will be looking for a warm, comfy place to ride out the winter. But these treacherous tenants can destroy your home. Don't let your home become a safe haven for unwelcome guests. Let A to Z evict those freeloading pests. A to Z is FHA and VA approved and serves Pulaski County and the surrounding Ozarks. They offer termite inspections and identify issues that could cost you thousands. A to Z will annihilate those ants, finish off those fleas, and terminate those termites. Eradicating those pests and eliminating your stress is what A to Z does best, so call today. Think R&R Motors is just quality used cars at fair prices? Think again. If you need tires, if you're stuck and need a tow, do you want to give your ride a shine? With a wide selection of tires, a towing and recovery service, as well as a self-serve car wash, R&R Motors has you covered. So whether you need a new ride or just want to spiff up the one that you have, go see Richard at R&R Motors, 801 East Jefferson in Richland. Your ride deserves it. Will Chapman still on the mound here for the Plato Eagles here in the top of the 4th. Bears looking to add to that 7-1 lead. It's going to be the 2, 3, 4 hitters up. Polly, Smith, Buttress. Buttress and Miller are the only 2 Bears not to have crossed the plate at some point today. No, Payne also. He got stranded on second. So first pitch here from Chapman to Polly. Hit out into right. He waited back on it and dropped in right field. Maddox Mears drops that one, and Polly reaches on an error to start off the top of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Smith, who's got 2 hits already on the day. No, excuse me, he's got a strikeout and a single. Pauly has 2 stolen bases. Probably going to make it a third here in a second. Chapman faked over to first. That should be a balk. That one low. Here goes Pauly to second. Not there in time. And he has his 3rd stolen base of the day. So 1-0 here on London Smith. One-0 pitch, well high and out. I think that was the pitch out. They thought that Pauly was going to go again. I see somebody warming up over there for Plato. That one, the ball makes it 3-0 here. And I'm sure that Smith has a green light that I bet he takes, even if it's right down. And 1. Chapman sets and 5. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup right down the tell if it's a changeup, but I could see the spin on it. Payoff pitch here. Well up high. Second ball, and it got away from him. That'll walk Smith. Put runners on first and second for Ethan Buttress, who has a sac fly today. So Buttress with an RBI. Buttress has some power, so if he can square one up, wouldn't be that hard to get one out of here. That one curves away outside, gets away from the catcher on the swing and miss. Runners will hold. I hit one out of here in high school. One of the 3 I hit. Poked it just out of right field into the tennis courts. It's only like 180 to right, I think, something like that. So not that impressive, but it is a short porch over there. Check swing there, gets in the dirt and away from the catcher, Chastain. And both runners will advance on the pass ball. So now runners on second and third. And a 1-1 count on Buttress here. With another chance for at least a sac fly RBI if he can put the ball in play. No shortstop. He'll adjust over here before the pitch is thrown, which is probably a good idea because Buttress is mostly a pull hitter, and that's right in the wheelhouse where he'd probably put the ball. 2-1 count now. That one, I'm guessing just high, but it looked good to me. 3-1. Yeah, the lone hit this year was in the gap right between second and third into left field. He's only had 1 hit go opposite field as he draws the walk here to load the bases for Easton Payne.
Number 3.
Payne has flown out to center and reached in the second inning. That one in there for strike 1. That one had some zip on it. Chapman can throw hard. It's just a matter of how hard can he throw it accurately. He threw pretty hard the last time I seen him also. That one up and in for ball 1. He wins the count here. Nobody out yet in the inning. That one a ball as well, now 2-1. Payne singled back in the second to reach. I didn't mark it down. I had to go back and look. 2-1 on the way from Chapman. Swing and a miss evens the count here at 2-2. Two count. Gonna catch him at the knees for the strikeout. Looking and set him down. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Someone in the crowd disagreed with the call. The umpire made the call correctly from my angle. Chastain pinned it against the ground before making the tag. And so Payne strikes out, but Pauly scores from third. Smith over to third, and Buttress the second for Owen Brown to make it 8-1 here. Owen Brown walked and reached on an error in his previous two at-bats in the second and the second. Yes, you heard that correctly. He led off the second inning and reached twice in the inning, scoring once. 2 runners on, 1 man out. Brown hits that one directly up the middle. Picked up by the shortstop over to first. And he makes the catch. So Brown is out for the second inning, 6-3. But Smith scores from third to make it 9-1 here. In the top of the fourth. So with 2 outs, it'll be Sawyer Shearer up. He struck out the end of the second, walked in the second in his first at bat. And the umpire's having a bit of a conference here. Owen Brown is going to be safe at first. Is that what just happened? I don't know what just happened. Swing and a miss there by Shearer. So 0-1 here on Shearer. I'm not sure what they were discussing there, but they indicated safe, so I don't know if that was I don't know if that was against Buttress over there at third or what was going on. 2 strikes now on Sawyer Shearer with a runner on third. And he fouls that one away to keep the at-bat alive. Two-strike pitch on the way, swings and misses for his second strikeout of the day. And that will end the fourth here for the Bears. We head to the home half of the fourth. Plato trails by 8. We'll be back here in just a minute. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas, so stop in today and see what CNC can do for you. For 125 years, Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations, including Richland and St. Robert, Marys County Bank is a convenient, complete way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome back here. Cutter Ellenstein going to lead it off in the bottom of the fourth. He's the number 6 hitter here. That one fouled away for strike one. He hit a double in his first at bat back in the second. That one low and in, 1-1. Plato trying to make up this deficit here as they trail by 8. Ellenstein hits that one hard over to right field. That's another base hit for him unless he gets thrown out at first. They don't try to, but they might have been able to. Cutter Ellenstein, much like myself, is built for feed, not speed. So that'll bring up Chase Mears. He reached on an error back in the second. It's the only error so far by the Bears. Polly throws that one in there for a strike at the knees. Ellenstein, 2 hits on the day. 1 of 4 allowed so far, if my count is correct. That one fouled away, makes it 0-2. But yeah, speed is not the number 1 tool in Cutter's toolbox. I heard they time his 40 with a sundial. That one high and out. If anybody doesn't know what I look like, I weigh like 330 pounds, so I ain't one to talk. Just playful ribbon here. That one, a swing and a miss for a strikeout as Mears makes the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Maddox Mears. I'm assuming they're brothers, so Maddox going to try to avoid this, doing the same thing that Chase just did. Mr. Allen over here informed me that they are twins. They are indeed brothers. That one up high. Runs the count here to 2-0 on Maddox. I mean, Mears is plural. They just didn't have to take it that serious, I suppose. That one a swing and a miss. 2-1 now on Mears with 1 out. And Ellenstein still over on first. That one foul tipped away into the glove for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Swinging at that thing like Stevie Wonder with a lightsaber for out number 2. 2 mirrors up, 2 mirrors down. That'll bring up Will Chapman. And Chapman on the mound here for the Plato Eagles would love to help himself out here after he struck out in his first at bat and swings at this first pitch for a strike as well. He worked a full count before striking out, though, in the second inning. That one going to be just high. Evens the count at 1-1. That one well outside, 2-1 now. You know, there was a time here at the Plato ballpark that you could not see the outfielders from home plate about half the time, depending on where they were positioned. That one goes low and out. Runs it to 3-1 here. But they have fixed that since. 3-1 on the way. Low will walk Chapman to put runners on first and second for the leadoff hitter, Dilly.
Number 4, Fisher Dilly.
Dilly led off the ball game with a walk and flew out to the first baseman to end the second inning. He has scored the lone run today for the Plato Eagles. And he's up with 2 outs and 2 on. Looking to cut into this deficit. That one low and outside. Yeah, I was catching here one time, and somebody stroked one out there towards center field, right about the flagpole, almost dead center. And our center fielder at the time was like 6'4", 6'5", real tall. And from the plate, I could only see the top of his head when he got to the fence to get the ball, and he threw it in to me at home, and I didn't even see it coming until it reached the infield because I couldn't see him out there. I didn't know he was throwing it home. He just throwing it the first place he could think of, and that was the fence because that's about all he could see from out there. Almost didn't catch that one. Almost cost us a couple of runs. 3-0 here on Dilly. Pauly sets and fires. That one going to catch the corner for strike one. That's about where he needs to be. Trying to locate everything is on that corner. Trying to throw him up and in and down and away, and he's getting too much of the away on that down and away, or too much down on it, one of the two, depending on the pitch. And that's the second straight walk here with 2 outs to load the bases for Levi Cruz, the number 1 hitter for the Plato Eagles. And I'm not sure if Pauly's going to stay in or not because, again, the Bears are playing 3 games this week, or 4 games this week. They've got 1 today, 1 tomorrow versus Licking, and then 2 games on Thursday. I believe they play Bourbon and I think it's Bourbon and Plato on Thursday. Yes, at 6 and 8. So they play a doubleheader on Thursday, and then they'll play again versus Stoutland at 8 p.m. on Friday. So I will plan on being at the game, be at the games there in Stoutland on Thursday at the very least. So Levi Cruz, who started off his ball game today with a double, will come up. He grounded up to shortstop at his last at bat. He's got a chance to significantly cut into this 8-run deficit. First pitch in there is strike. Looked like it might have been a touch low, but it probably caught him at the knees there for strike one. So 2 outs and bases loaded for Plato's best hitter. And this one is short again. Mason Alexander dives for it, but can't come up with it. Braden York, the play to home, is not going to be in time, and that'll score 2. Hard hit ball there by Cruz. Will score 2 runs. Ellenstein comes home, and Chapman will come home to cut the lead here to just 6.
Number 11, Cole Chastain.
So a good 2-out rally here, and a hard hit ball by Cruz. I may give him a base hit on that one. I'm not sure that Alexander would have got him out regardless, but It depends on who the scorer is. That was a hard hit ball, hard to make the play on. We'll see what they did on the old Game Changer app here. That one going to run low. Now 2-0 here on Chastain, who's walked and flown out to the pitcher. We are going to call that a hit. So Cruz with an RBI, 2 RBI single here with 2 outs. That one in there for a strike makes it 2-1 now on Chastain. Yeah, I would have had a hard time giving Alexander an error on that. That was not an ordinary play. Same ball, same place, tag second, which should have been the out, but he'll throw it over to first. Either way, it's an out. Looked to me like he stepped on the bag at second, which would have been a force and good enough. So we head to the top of the 5th. Bears lead 9-3. Plato tacks on 2 there in the bottom of the 4th inning to close the deficit just a little bit. We'll be back here with the top of the 5th in just a minute, right after this. Since 1988, Walters Construction has proudly served the Tri-County area, building homes, businesses, and dreams. From new residential and commercial builds to remodels, garages, additions, concrete work, and more, Walters Construction does it all. Need excavation or dump truck services? They've got you covered there, too. No matter the project, trust the professionals at Walters Construction. Call today at 573-512-0206. Walters Construction. If you can dream it, we can build it. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. All right, back with you here for the top of the 5th inning. It will be Miller, York, Alexander, the 8-9-1 hitters. Miller has failed to reach base in any of its at-bats today. Partially because he's swinging that Marucci like a tennis racket. Looking over for the signs from Coach Payne. Not that he's going to pay attention to him anyway. That one fouled away. Strike 1. That one going to catch the inside corner for strike 2. Looking. Can I help you with anything? No, thanks. Just looking. Window shopper. 0-2 to Miller. Breaking ball going to catch the inside part of the plate. Miller not happy about it. It might have been just a hair inside, but given the fact that he just stood there,
Number 11.
umpire called it for out number 1. And if Miller gets another at-bat in the game, he's in danger of wearing the golden sombrero. Here's the first pitch to York. That one, a breaking ball, going to go low. That one going to run inside for strike 1, or strike 2. No, it's 1-1. Looking at the wrong one again. 1 ball, 1 strike on the way. That one gets away from Chapman, 2-1. Will Chapman is a young feller. I think he's either a freshman or a sophomore. Sophomore. Mr. Steve over here confirms he is a sophomore. 2-1. That one fouled away. 2-2. York being feisty at the plate today after what was nearly a base hit back in the third. He walked in his first appearance in the second. York can hit the ball hard. He just hits it right to somebody about every time. That one going to drift outside, get in the dirt. Run the count full here. He's got a .292 on base percentage prior to that previous walk in the second inning, so he's probably sitting about .296 here. He could draw another here. Chapman, the payoff pitch. Going to go just low and walk York. So with one out, Chapman puts one on for Alexander. He has walked twice and struck out once, looking for his first hit of the day. He's as far forward in the box as he can possibly get against Chapman here. Trying to compensate for the lack of velocity here. And we're going to have a mound visit. Don't think we'll see a pitch and change here. I think it's just a strategy talk about the runner over there on first, York. Payne trying to give him a little instruction there on his stance while he's getting ready to get his lead and take second. Plato is expecting it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a pitch out here, even with a 1-0 count already on Alexander. Chastain's made two really good throws down to second so far today. Both on line, just neither one in time. So if they do a pitch out here, they do have a chance on nabbing York. York has some speed, but not the speed of some others. Alexander and Pauly, good examples, and that's what they do. They pitch out over to first. And he is safely back 2-0. It's almost like I knew what was going on over there. It's what I would have been telling him about here. That one popped out of play. 1-2. As Yogi Berra said, baseball's 90% mental. The other half's physical. So high baseball IQ can make a big difference. That one popped up. It might be in play. It will be just out of play, it looks like, for strike two to even the count here at 2-2. Yep, 2-2 here. I was right. Look at me go. 2-2 pitch here from Chapman. Checking on York over there at first pretty hard. That one's going to stay high. It'll run the count full here. And Alexander in position to draw his third walk of the day. Already had a .441 on base percentage, and that's going up every at bat here. Payoff pitch from Chapman. In the dirt. Third walk of the day for Alexander. That sends York to second and puts two runners on for Pauly. He's got 2 hits today, single in the first and the second, a 2 RBI single in the second. And then he reached on an error, stole a base, advanced on a pass ball, and later scored in the fourth. And he's got a chance to blow this game back open. With one swing of the bat, this one flew out into right. It gets down. Throwing to second, they were daring him to make the throw over to third. Couldn't tell if that was a clean hit and it got down in front of the fielder, or if that was an error and he missed it.
Number 9, London Smith.
But regardless, Paulie is on base. From my spot, it looked like he hit it. Mr. Allen over here concurs. So we're going to go with a base hit here to load the bases for the number 3 hitter, Smith. He's got a 2 RBI single so far today. He's also struck out and walked. He takes that one for strike 1. And a base hit here will score 2 or maybe 3 runs, depending on how good of a jump Mason Alexander gets off second here. That one well inside. Runs the count here to 1-1. So if Alexander and Paulie both get a good jump off the bat here, he could have a base clearing single or double here, putting the ball in play. 1-1 will drift outside, 2-1. Chastain going to go talk to his pitcher here, try to make some adjustments. Quick little mound visit between all the players. I'd imagine they're talking about how far Alexander's off second base. I don't think it's so much a meeting with Chapman. It's just telling him to put it where they can put it in play, because good chance for a double play here could get him out of the inning without a run scored. Infield should be in just a little bit. Alexander's halfway between second and third by the time the ball's thrown. Little sneaky throw down to the pitcher there could bait the runner over there at third, and they could get an out. And with the infield in, they could also turn a double play here on a ground ball. All in strategy. 2-1 on the way from Chapman. Outside, pick off down to first. They were trying to get him over at first. He's safe. And they immediately looked over at York like York was going to go home, and I think that was part of the plan. That was a risky throw down to first, though, by Chastain. It's now 3-1 on Smith. That will go outside and walk York home. Put Smith on first, Paulie on second, Alexander on third for Ethan Buttress, who already has an RBI sac fly today. And he struck out in the first, walked in the fourth. And he's due for a base hit, ladies and gentlemen, with 1 out here. That one poked out of bounds to the right side. So 1 out here for Buttress, looking to get an RBI or 2. Here's the 0-1. That one well outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Buttress, like I said, hitting 150 on the year. He's due for a hit. He can put bat on ball. He finished really well in spring. That one a breaking ball at the chest, which personally I'd have put out by that propane tank out in left center for no faster than it was coming in there if I were Mr. Buttress. In reality, I'd have probably grounded it over to third and ended the inning for everybody. The umpire over there saying something to somebody. I don't know if he's talking to one of the players or if he's talking to Coach Crawford over there on first base, or probably irrelevant to the situation here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 strike count here on Buttress. He better be looking off speed here. There it is. He'll pop it up, and it will be out of play as it hits the top of the press box here, it sounds like. Buttress staying alive. And it looks like he was looking for that off speed. He just didn't get around on it. Still towards the back of the box here. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the way. Breaking ball in again. We'll get him for strike 3. And he's been calling them pretty consistent. So I have no complaints about it. But Buttress seems to. So now with 2 outs, once again, it is Payne. He flew out to center, singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. That one up and in. Chapman put some pepper on that one to even the count here, 1-1. That one fouled away. Try to adjust the camera where the sun's not so bad, but where you guys can still see what's going on here real quick. I think that's as good as we're going to get her for now. That one hit directly down to center field. It is down for a base hit. That's going to be 1 run in. Throw to the plate on the relay is not in time. 2 runs will score. Alexander and Polly both come around to 2 RBI, 2 out single for Easton Payne.
Number 20, Owen Brown.
Good thing I moved the camera, huh? That makes it 12-3 here. 9-run ball game with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And now we're going to have a pitching change. So Chapman done for the day here, it seems like, as Owen Brown is due up. After the 2 RBI, 2 out single by Easton Payne. Extends the lead here, and a good piece of hitting for Payne. Puts runners on first and second for Brown, who's still looking for his first base hit. So while they do a pitching change, let's go hear from our sponsors, and we'll come back here in just a minute after this. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas, so stop in today and see what CNC can do for you. For 125 years, Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations, including Richland and St. Robert, Marys County Bank is a convenient, complete way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. Marys County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So Maddox Mears coming up to the mound here for the Plato Eagles in relief of Chapman. 2 outs in the inning, trailing by 9 runs are the Plato Eagles here. Owen Brown up to the plate. Brown had walked in the second inning and reached on an error in the second inning. He grounded out to the shortstop in the fourth. That one going to run outside for ball 1. Pick off over to second. And he's lucky he didn't have to throw it because that'd be a balk all day long. This one goes well outside. So now 2-0 on Brown. This throw over to second almost gets away from the second baseman over there, Josh Evans. They're just playing with London Smith, and Smith is just nonchalantly going to go back to second. 2-0 delivery, that one outside as well. Maddox Mears has pitched 3 innings so far this year, and we won't talk about the other stats. 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. Make that 7 walks to walk the bases loaded here. And bring up Sawyer Shearer with 2 outs.
Sawyer Shearer.
Sawyer with a chance to tack on a couple more runs here. He has walked in the second, struck out in the second, struck out in the fourth. All swinging. That ball gets away from the catcher, and the throw to home will not be in time as Smith comes home and both runners advance to make it 13-3 here in favor of the Bears with 2 outs. Payne goes to third, Brown goes to second. 1-0 count. That one right down central for strike 1. Or at least it better have been. Even I'd be upset at that one. 1-1. Low and out. Emphasis on the low part. That one right down the middle, swung on and missed to even the count here at 2-2. And Shearer, the 2-2 count and 2 on, 2 outs. Deuces wild for him. That one going to be inside and low to run it to a full count. Payoff pitch coming on the way. That one will be strike 3. Shearer watched it all the way to end the inning. For the Bears, they head to the bottom of the 5th with a 10-run lead. And if Plato fails to score in the bottom of the 5th, this will be it for the game today. Let's go hear from our sponsors. We'll come back in just a moment after this.
Since 1988, Walters Construction has proudly served the Tri-County area, building homes, businesses, and dreams. From new residential and commercial builds to remodels, garages, additions, concrete work, and more, Walters Construction does it all. Need excavation or dump truck services? They've got you covered there, too. No matter the project, trust the professionals at Walters Construction. Call today at 573-512-0206. Walters Construction, if you can dream it, we can build it. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people.
Number 6, quarter engaged.
So it'll be McCabe up for the Plato Eagles here in the top of the fifth, or bottom of the fifth, excuse me, home half. McCabe has a sack bunt for an RBI in the first and a strikeout in the third. And swings and fouls that one away for strike one here. In the home half of the fifth, that one going to run outside. If Plato does not score this inning, that will be the end of the ball game for the day. These teams will see each other again on Thursday. That one at the knees for strike two. Yeah, I will cover Thursday's games for the Stoutland Classic over there. Swing and a miss on that one. We'll sit McCabe down for the first out of the bottom of the fifth inning. But Friday, I will have to be in Nixa for my prior obligations to the radio station and the Waynesville football team. Be sure to tune in for that game on Friday if you're not supporting your Eagles or your Bears over at Stoutland. It'll be a good one to listen to. It won't be a good one for Waynesville more than likely, but it'll be a good game to listen to because you don't often get to hear the action of the number one ranked Class 6 team. This one popped over to second base, squeezed for the second out. And just like that, here comes Cutter Ellenstein with the Eagles down to their last out. Ellenstein has 2 doubles on the day. And he's put out on a fielder's choice back in the second, but scored in the fourth. That one he hits foul down the third base line. Oh, 1 delivery here from Pauly. Right down central for strike two. And Plato down to their final strike here. 0-2 delivery on the way. Will hit Ellenstein. And I bet that didn't feel good. He's a tough kid, though. He can take it.
Number 5, Chase Beers.
So with 2 outs now, Chase Mears going to step to the plate. The lefty. Back-to-back lefties in the lineup there. With Ellenstein over on first, and I'm honestly surprised they're not putting a pinch runner in for him here. Did he call that a strike? Ooh. The umpire must have a hot dinner waiting on him. That one in low as Ellenstein steals a base. Look at the big fella motor down there to second. Guess that's what I get for making all them feed, not speed jokes earlier. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. And Mears down to the final strike for the Plato Eagles here in the contest. Going to have to be aggressive here if he wants to stay alive. Setting up on the outside part of the plate. That'll be low. So runs it to 2-2 here on Chase Mears. 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that is the ball game. Richland wins it here. By a score of 13-3. And these teams will see each other again on Thursday. I believe it's 6 p.m. on Thursday, if my memory serves. It'll be the 8 p.m. game, so it'll be Stoutland versus Plato at 4 p.m., Richland versus Bourbon at 6 p.m., Richland Plato at 8 p.m. on Thursday. On Friday, it'll be Bourbon Plato at 4, Bourbon Stoutland at 6, Richland Stoutland at 8. All games will be at the Stoutland baseball field over there in Stoutland. I guarantee I'll be there for Thursday, but I cannot guarantee anything past that. So Bears here, I'm going to give you the box score in just a second. Bears win it 13-3 in 5. And if I can navigate over here. There we go. So your final box score here, Richland 13 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Plato Eagles 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. Plato Eagles drew 4 walks and struck out 7 times. They had 3 RBIs on 3 hits, though. Cutter Ellenstein taking the loss here. He went 1 1/3, 7 runs, 7 earned, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks for him. And for the Bears, they had 6 hits, 11 RBIs, 11 walks, 11 strikeouts. And I believe Joe Miller, Sawyer Shearer accounted for 6 of those, Ethan Buttress for 2 of those, and everybody else just had 1. Alexander, Smith, Payne, each with 1. Owen Brown did not strike out at all, as did Aiden Pauley. The winning pitcher is Braden York, picks up his first win of the year, and maybe the first win of his career. He gave up 2 hits. 2 hits in 2 innings. 1 run, 1 earned, 2 strikeouts, and 1 walk. So not a bad outing for your first varsity start of the year and maybe the career. I don't remember him pitching last year, but I didn't get to every game last year. So a good game overall for the Richland Bears here, as I hope to carry this momentum into the game tomorrow versus Licking. And Licking, if you guys didn't tune in on Saturday, put on a show. It was indomitable how good they were. So we will see you guys. I think I'm on tomorrow for softball, but I do not remember exactly when or where, because some of the schedules have changed since I've put them up. Today is the 6th. The 7th, I have Crocker versus Dixon scheduled, but that is subject to change. I might be there. I was supposed to be in Waynesville with Crocker today, but they told me there was no room at the inn for me. Looks like we are going to have a JV game here. Well, I can't imagine why, with as many games these two teams have today. They left the scoreboard on. Now, looks to me like the boys are packing up, so no JV game on the docket. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time here on Better Call Ball.
Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods boys can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm